It's 15 minutes till closing time. Closing time. Taking it on the chin today. The trades I took yesterday are making my butt stink, making my butt stink. Oh, I see a little turnaround going on since I started prepping. Because you know the vast amount of prepping that I do for these shows. Turn on the microphone and go? Yeah, pretty much. But I do put some time in my trades and they don't always work out. And currently, they don't always work out like you want. Making a little bit of comeback. I see Soxel. We got it in the green now. That is a bull on the semiconductors. UCO is a bull on US oil. It's just barely underwater. But TMF, which is a bull on the TLT, is just, oh, got me way down in my whiskey when I'm watching all the charts. Sometimes you get a little gassy and you hope you don't shart. You better edit that. I won't because that's how I feel right now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what went on today because none of it's right. Oh, so yesterday I started a position in Soxel. Again, it is semiconductor bull leveraged ETF. Do not mess around with any of this leveraged stuff because when it's going down, it makes you feel like baloney. Makes you feel real bad inside. So I did sell some puts, bought 1,000 shares at 31.68, and then today bought another 1,000 shares at 31.31. That gives me an average of a 31.50 on the 2,000 share position. That one, didn't we say is that in the green? Yeah, it's barely in the green. Back over here, did start a position yesterday in TMF. That is the 3 times bull on the TLT. 2,000 shares at 47.34, and then we added 2,000 more shares, one tranche at 45.93 and another at 45.22. That gives us 4,000 shares at 46.46, and that one is way down in our whiskey. Just waiting for it to turn around. It's turning around a little. We'll look at the charts in just a moment. And then right before the close, pretty sure this was after the video I recorded yesterday. I did add 1,000 shares of UCO 2 times bull on oil at 25.53, and then I added another 1,000 shares at 25.24. That puts me at 25.39 on my average. And I'll just show you. Here's the USO chart, which then let's scroll up here just a little. There's UCO right here on the side next to USO. So you see we've got, actually, it's more of a 2 times disparity today, isn't it? So that's making it even worse for me. But here's what we did. We bought down here yesterday before the close, had a beautiful gap up to begin the day, and then just went shoots and ladders all the way down. And then this lower low, which took out yesterday's low of the day, does not have me feeling too good. But then I'm like, hey, we got a little turnaround. Turnaround's fair play. And then it's just kind of consolidated with lower highs and lower lows. Wah, wah, wah. We got to find a bottom here. I'll probably think about going forward having a stop that's related to this bottom in USO for my UCO position. And then TLT, which is what I'm using TMF as a proxy of, an exaggerated proxy of. I'm basically watching for 2 things. I've got the warning Will Rogers line up here at 89.55. Hello. If it gets down there, I'm going to actually be drinking whiskey while I do the video. And then we've got the 93 even. We got to take this out. This is just like, look at this action. Not a lot of action going on outside of this channel. In fact, barely any have a false breakout here, but it was a nice top for that one. But I may have to recalibrate this ABC down. Currently, I don't, because this still is just meandering. It could do a double bottom, and we just move the C over. But I'd love to see it come on up and take that B wave out to prove that we're got the direction right as far as our probabilities. So that's what's going on the TLT in our proxy play of the TMF. the SPX, the S&P 500, we got all the waves necessary in that wave 4, so we did move it down. It's just a little lower than what we had the diagram on, or these trend lines. And then move this green a little. And we're still looking for 6,100 plus. This is still valid. It may not be valid. I shouldn't say it won't even be invalidated if we even get a lower 4 here. It would still be valid. We'd move the 4 over, and then a little lower 4 would mean a little higher 5, according to the abacus math that I like to use at all times. Silver. Hello, son.
Hi.
Kid 3 is home from school. He's excited to have homework. You have any homework?
Yeah. Do
Good.
you really have to address me as kid 3?
Well, you're kid 3. I want to protect your identity
Oh,
in case you ever run for president.
okay.
You don't want to be associated with me. Silver is still making its way down to you, babe. I think there's still going to be a 29 handle involved in here. We got 29.45 to 29.95 now on the FinTwit. We got those silver bulls calling the bottom here. I don't think so. I mean, it's showing a little bit of a nice sign because it did make. Yeah, I don't think it even made a higher high here because it just kept making lower highs. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We got an even Steven right there. I wouldn't call that a higher high yet. And then we got these lower lows. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So I think there's one more low involved here, and then we should have a rebound. And based on the size and the direction and the wave count of that rebound, we will determine, is that a B, or we move it into a different count all together. Still very bullish on silver. I just currently don't own any other than physical, and I will be buying more physical probably today and then probably some more tomorrow. So that's what's going on there. Save the best for last, and it's called the Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. So jealous of you Bitcoin owners right now because it's just blowing it out the box. We did get all the waves necessary for a 4, so we could. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's move this in here. As you see, I put the fibs on just to see, did we even reach the first? And we did. We almost reached the second. Got the 23.6. Anywhere under the 23.6 to the 38.20 would give us technically enough count for the 4 to be in place, and then the 5 to be on its way. And by the movement here, it definitely looks like the 5 is on its way and aggressive. Oh, lost my voice, son. Can you help? Where's the dog? Did you see Stella? Okay. So 93,000 plus, definitely in the cards there. I'll clean this up a little bit, move this thing over, and it's just right now, it's just knocking on the door of proving that is indeed the 5th wave. Here's the beauty, though. That's the 5th wave of the 3rd wave. So we'll have if we get that 5th wave of the 3rd wave to show its face up here, then we will have what will feel like a sizable retracement into a 4, and then the final wave up in a 5, and who knows how long that will take, but that could send it up into the stratosphere. Or as you like to say, when moon. He only laughs at me sometimes, but that's what we got so far. Update in progress. Watching the positions. Looks like Soxel's down a little bit since the beginning of this video. Yep. TMF hanging in there, and then oil is just making my butt stink. So like, subscribe, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I'll see you in the next video.